Labor Day or Black History Month?
Labor Day.
I called you. You're a
As much as we wanted to, it could never be. Not because you're a rabbit, but because you're black.
Shut up, bitch! Get out of my fucking way! It's Black History Month!
You like that, huh? You like that? Yeah!
Being a black anime nerd is hard. Dealing with everything from lack of representation, the harmful stereotypes we get portrayed in the few characters we do get, and even the unsolicited coping delivered by the basement-dwelling, maidenless losers of the internet who have a problem with black people enjoying the same things as them. But despite all the challenges and annoyances associated with it, I thought what better way to celebrate us during our month than to focus on the positive. So to all my lovely black nerds out there, this one's for you. Here's a list of all the anime you should watch during Black History Month.
Neanderthals.
Each series mentioned in this list is one that I personally picked out due to its depiction of black culture, people, and issues for our population as a whole. This does not mean that the entire cast or the main character has to be black. So if you end up mad over any of the choices that I put on this list, just know I don't give the tiniest. You're probably a loser, and this video is not even for you. Now, on to the list. Now, like I said, I didn't say the anime's MC had to be black. But what is it about Bleach that makes me feel like it's worthy to be streamed during Black History Month? Bleach is an anime that for very much of my life has held a special place in my heart. And honestly, until now, I couldn't have told you why. As now I know the reason to be something that you never consciously think about as a child. The representation. Bleach starts out the story of an extremely clear Yusuke Yoruichi ripoff as he beats up his fellow juveniles, speaks to spirits with unfinished business, and eventually ends up meeting the Soul Reaper Rukia, who turns him into a Shinigami. This leads to a whole bunch of incredibly badass adventures where Ichigo beats up other Shinigami, Hollows, and any other species simple enough to try and step to him. But let's cast Ichigo to the side for a second to focus on what really matters. The blackity black brothers and sisters in the side cast.
Black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all.
Starting off with the sexiest choice in the series, Yoruichi Shioin. And obviously I'm talking about this version of Yoruichi, as I have to clarify, since when we're first introduced to her in the beginning of the story, she's a black cat for some reason. Not that I'm complaining or anything, shit, I'm trying to look at that from the back.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
But I promise, Yoruichi represents so much more than another female character plagued by fan service. I would argue she's probably the best representation of a black woman in anime, period.
Period, period, period,
As to go along with her looks, she's known for beating ass. As a former captain of the 2nd Squad in the Gote 13, Yoruichi is a master of hand-to-hand combat. He also has an extremely high IQ, mastery over assassination technique, and as if all that wasn't absolutely badass enough, she's also the #1 fastest in the Soul Society. Due to her unmatched proficiency with the high-speed movement skill Shunko, when going all out, Yoruichi can speed blitz pretty much anyone else in a verse. He's also trained several of the top tiers in Bleach, including Soifon, Chad, who we'll get to later, and even Ichigo. In case you needed any more convincing that Yoruichi is the greatest black woman in anime, look no further than her signifying technique, Shunko, a cell-created ability that mixes the user's spiritual energy with their physical combat, giving her entire body an aura of freaking white lightning. With or without the use of this skill, we've seen Yoruichi go toe-to-toe against the likes of the highest top tiers in her series, whether it be casually speed blitzing Byakuya, tanking blows and throwing harder ones back at Yami, the strongest Espada, or literally beating the face of the story's biggest, baddest villain into the pavement. One thing is certain, Yoruichi is black representation at its finest, and she's so hot. On to my next and least controversial black Bleach character choice, Tosin.
I'm legally blind.
Speaking of seeing, Tosin isn't really doing too much of that these days.
I come in clutch like a genie. Don't talk unless you need me. You talk too much, you need it. All of my bitches look like models. She in love with me.